Mark, we're here in Anchorage, Alaska. I just met you at a soup kitchen.
That's correct.
Brief me. Tell me your story.
Well, my story is that I was an average American with 6 to 8 credit cards. Had a home, boat, truck, camper, snow machine, trailer, and I thought that I could just go out and buy a duplex and rent out the basement. Well, I come home a certain day, which is the day Pearl Harbor Day, and my basement was full of 8 inches of sewage. At that point, I was basically forced into homelessness because the fire department shuts off your heat and electricity, and there's no place to go. And I thought that Anchorage would help me. I kept using my credit cards to make my payments. I couldn't rent it out anymore. It turned into such a big ball that I had to walk away from my house, credit cards, and everything. And I'm a carpenter in the Carpenters Union for 28 years, hoping to get my retirement, struggling day by day at soup kitchens and food banks, hoping for milk and hoping to better myself and others, and to awaken everyone that the problem that this fine country is having right now.
Now, after you're unemployed, you told me you were living in a tent for about a couple years?
I actually was working at the same time and living in a tent down by Brother Francis shelter in the trees so I could take a shower. I was actually a carpenter foreman in the Carpenters Union living in a tent.
Oh my gosh. How do you live in a tent in this weather?
Actually, it was the 5th month. I don't so much say January, February. I go by. It was the 5th month when I started living in there. We shoveled the snow out, and then we laid down a tarp and set up a tent, and that's where I lived.
Oh my gosh.
For over 6 months.
What's your future like?
Well, right now my future is good. I'm not in a tent, and I don't plan on going back to a tent. I'm living in a hotel. I subcontract some work as a carpenter at the hotel, and I'm living on unemployment right now, hoping spring will break and bring some work to Anchorage.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Everyone needs to be homeless for a week so that they can realize what he's doing on the corner or what he's doing on the corner. Almost like that new show, The Boss. There's some new show on TV, The Boss goes and checks out. I wish everyone could play in that show. So everyone could see what you've been through. Everyone's story is different. Every person here, either they lost their mother, they lost a kid, they lost a cousin, they lost their homes in the village because they can't afford the gas. Everyone here they don't want to be here. They don't wake up and say, look, I want to be homeless and go stand in the soup line. Everyone wants to be something. Everyone is looking through this tunnel trying to get out. No one wants to be here. Everyone just has to remember they're God's creatures.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you. I hope I could help somebody some way, somehow.
Well, you helped me.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Let me shake your hand.